never listened in class, never listened to my mum, and I never had a dad to listen to. But when I'm locked behind bars, mum, I'll be missing you. And I know that you're bound to feel down, cause I won't be around, I'm a clown, I admit it's true. But listen, I'm going to prison soon. But don't cry, I'll be fine, I'll live it through, cause I can't visit you, I'll close my eyes and vision you. This is the tune that I've written you, listening and see how sorry that I am, see. I didn't mean to put stress on the family. I can be a helpful, good citizen, but this life that I'm living in's threatening. It's letting in too much adrenaline. It's better when I don't say anything and live it through like everything's fine, but we know that it isn't true. So much time doing crime, but why if I knew it would lead me to bars? And not the bars coming out of my mouth, the bars that surround me are now in my house. And I ain't proud of my clown, looking down at the ground, looking back to it now, it weren't worth it. I just wanted some pounds to put in my mum's purse, and she thought I was perfect. But thinking about it now, I should be out and about, working and earning without any doubt. Wanna change things around, doing work when a house when my mum gets back from work. She's bound to be down, she's been working, she's in debt like thousands of pounds, still ain't found her way out and it's hurting. She don't deserve this, she supports me and gives me advice, but I don't listen, I'm a selfish person. Why though? A little help ain't hurting, and I go against every single thing that she says. It's like I'm allergic, but the advice that she gives is perfect. And you won't find a mum like mine on this earth, even if you had a boat and searched it. Cause I know for a fact if there's crime in my path, she'd be holding me back, she's perfect. I never listened in class, never listened to my mum, and I never had a dad to listen to. But when I'm locked behind bars, mum, I'll be missing you. And I know that you're bound to feel down, cause I won't be around, I'm a clown, I admit it's true. But listen, I'm going to prison soon. But don't cry, I'll be fine, I'll live it through, cause I can't visit you, I'll close my eyes and vision you. This is the tune that I've written you, listening and see how sorry that I am, see. I didn't mean to put stress on the family. I can be a helpful, good citizen, but this life that I'm living in's threatening. It's letting in too much adrenaline. It's better when I don't say anything and live it through like everything's fine, but we know that it isn't true. I never listened in class, never listened to my mum, and I never had a dad to listen to. But when I'm locked behind bars, mum, I'll be missing you. And I know that you're bound to feel down, cause I won't be around, I'm a clown, I admit it's true. But listen, I'm going to prison soon. But don't cry, I'll be fine, I'll live it through, cause I can't visit you, I'll close my eyes and vision you. This is the tune that I've written you, listening and see how sorry that I am, see. I didn't mean to put stress on the family. I can be a helpful, good citizen, but this life that I'm living in's threatening. It's letting in too much adrenaline. It's better when I don't say anything and live it through like everything's fine, but we know that it isn't true. At school I was always the class clown, never sat down, always wanted attention. Made fun of teachers, it was endless, just so I'd get some names on my friends list. Always fighting and making an entrance. Detentions where I never had attendance, cause I know what it's like in there, writing 200 lines of the same sentence. Then when I found out which teacher told the head teacher, I went back for a vengeance. On my report card was not a poor marks, I forged the teacher's signature, pretending I worked damn sure hard. But I weren't really there, I was skiving outside on the benches. And if I didn't wanna go at all, I'd write a fake letter from my mum saying that I'd got dentist. I was a menace but it wasn't my intention, I couldn't help it. And did I mention offensive school trips? I weren't allowed to attend them, even if I could, I couldn't, they're too expensive. I was always getting suspended, and when I left school, things got worse. Doing birth for a sentence, now I'm on community service, it's endless. Serving a sentence, certainly resemblance a person that tends to be worthless, pretends to the earth, but I've learnt that I'm worth it. I will get further than them, you heard what I said. Mark my words, get this verse in your head, cause I won't return till I'm further than them. Yeah, I've done bad things, but my mum never raised me that way, I must have learnt from my friends. My mum's perfect, the best mum in the world, and I don't wanna hurt her again. My mum's always trying to be there for me, but I just push her further away. And I just wanna say that I ain't gonna do it anymore, cause I know it must hurt when I turn you away. I'm sorry that I hurt you this way, but I bet it's been a while since you've heard me say I love you. Class never listened to my mum, and I never had a dad to listen to. But when I'm locked behind bars, mum, I'll be missing you. And I know that you're bound to feel down, cause I won't be around, I'm a clown, I admit it's true. But listen, I'm going to prison soon. But don't cry, I'll be fine, I'll live it through, cause I can't visit you, I'll close my eyes and vision you. This is the tune that I've written you, listening and see how sorry that I am, see. I didn't mean to put stress on the family. I can be a helpful, good citizen, but this life that I'm living in's threatening. It's letting in too much adrenaline. It's better when I don't say anything and live it through like everything's fine, but we know that it isn't true. I never listened in class, never listened to my mum, and I never had a dad to listen to. But when I'm locked behind bars, mum, I'll be missing you. And I know that you're bound to feel down, cause I won't be around, I'm a clown, I admit it's true. But listen, I'm going to prison soon. But don't cry, I'll be fine, I'll live it through, cause I can't visit you, I'll close my eyes and vision you. This is the tune that I've written you, listening and see how sorry that I am, see. I didn't mean to put stress on the family. I can be a helpful, good citizen, but this life that I'm living in's threatening. It's letting in too much adrenaline. It's better when I don't say anything and live it through like everything's fine, but we know that it isn't true.